back to another episode of our free-to-play Pool 1 to Infinite series. Today we are going to clean up some of these missions. This should be enough to get us, it's what, 300, 450, 550, 600 credits? That's about 12 collection level. That's going to end up getting us at least 3 new cards, hopefully. Possibly 4. And hopefully we get at least one of the things we're looking for. First thing we're going to do, as always, is collect our free credits in the store. Don't forget, you can always get 50 credits for free once a day. And then check out our missions for the day. What do we have? Oh, 4 cost cards is one of our missions. So unfortunately, we are going to have to put, I think, Khazar back in the deck. I don't believe we have any other 4 drops. It has been a minute since I've recorded one of these, unfortunately. So I am a little bit rusty on what we have. It looks like it's Khazar or Enchantress. I think Khazar is going to be a little bit more stable for us. That should probably go in instead of the Tiger, but I'm going to take Star-Lord out. Actually, Medusa. I think we can afford to lose Medusa. We can't afford to lose the Tiger. It's going to win us more games. Hey, Loot Muncher, what's up? Welcome back. We're recording an episode of our free-to-play series, and then we'll be right back onto our main. We have 2 new Pool 3 card openings today, so maybe Falcon. So that's going to be our 4-cost card. We did take out a 2-cost, but there's still 1, so we'll still be able to finish these. And we'll put it back in as soon as we finish this. I should screenshot the deck, though, so that it's updated for the video. That's not right. There we go. And we'll update our deck picture. There it is. That's not correct for some reason. There we go. Switch to our in-game version, and then we'll get moving. Like I said, we're going to have 4 unlocks today, so hopefully we hit Yondu and Cable. Those are going to be the really big add-ins. They're very helpful, very powerful cards. With Murder World, I'm more comfortable playing Squirrel Girl turn 1. I'm in a player in Murder World. I've learned my lesson. Squirrel Girl, sometimes you get Washington, D.C., and it's just better to play into the... Like, the scrolls are just slightly better than the Squirrel Girl herself. Anyhow, I'm going to put both of these over here. It is kind of scary committing this much to the right, but Khazar is going to give them all +2. And that's pretty close to the most power we can actually get in a lane with this deck. So because I'm going to play Khazar on turn 4, and then Wolfsbane, and then I have to play turn 5 and turn 6, I'm playing Odin. I'm incentivized to play the Wolfsbane here, because I'm not playing Odin on the right, obviously. And I don't currently have a 5-drop that I'm playing. I don't have a turn 5 play. Although I could play both in onslaughts and then go with the Odin. So I guess that is always an option. In fact, this is just more power. Hard committing this much to the Dream Dimension makes them less likely to want to commit. And I also was originally somewhat afraid of getting a Tiger. And that's why I didn't want to... play the Wolfsbane. I was thinking if I got Tiger I'd play it, but because it's Dream Dimension we can't play the Tiger anyways. So we're gonna play the Khazar. It's gonna give us +6 power on the right, and I think that's enough to guarantee we win Dream Dimension, and we just need to draw a turn 5 play. We need to win Onslaughts or Murder World here. Hopefully we hit another one of our 1-drops. Nova or Awatu here are both 1 mana, 4 powers. We can play the Star-Lord, which is possibly 5. Ironheart's a little tough. This is, at best, 4 power mid, and then an additional 6 with Odin, so I guess it could be up to 10. It's probably at least 1 buff hits mid both times, right? So at the very worst, it's as good as Nightcrawler here. So I think it is worth playing.
Although this does look like the ongoing deck from bots, which is quite scary. But what can you do? We're going to hit at least 20 power mid, so as long as they don't play Iron Man, we're probably fine. Iron Man would bring them up to 32, and there's no way we beat that. This is an 8 cube game. Had I played the Wolfsbane mid at 3 power, I think we would be a little bit stronger here, but not too much, so it's fine. They might have been considering playing in Dream Dimension. We would have been at 3 and then 9, so it would have been an additional 9 power mid, which still loses to Iron Man. So I guess that's fine. Actually, it looks like it did take an Iron Heart buff, so it would have had an additional. It's still not enough. It doesn't beat 32, so we could never beat Iron Man mid. We do beat Ant-Man, though. It's very fortunate they played the Iron Man left. Him. I wonder if that was a bot. Bots don't usually make that mistake, though, so it's probably a player. Not that bots are very good, but that they generally want to play like their Iron Man there. I guess maybe if it was a bot, they want to play the Ant-Man. Anyhow, that is going to be one of our quests done already. We are starting to get there. A couple more times of playing Kazara, we can take him back out. Although I'm not sure I want to put Medusa back in. I'm already happy to not see Medusa. Maybe that's a good sign to keep her out. Nidavellir is actually decent for this deck because we have so many 1-drops. We are constantly going to be filling Nidavellir up. It's also like a fringe benefit because they're 2 power. Most people seem to be playing Shang-Chi because anything over 4 power is then over 9 with Nidavellir, and Shang-Chi just destroys it all. And so these 1-drops that have 7 power beat Shang-Chi. That's kind of unfortunate to see. We would have liked to blow up our Nova. But what can you do? We didn't hit another 1-drop until too late. I am going to play the Star-Lord ahead of time. We're going to use the Tiger to get into Death's Domain, so I definitely want to fill Nidavellir by turn 4. Specifically because I don't want my Tiger to be able to spawn in Nidavellir. I want it to be in Death's Domain. And since we're going to be playing Khazar next turn, I have 2 options. I can play Misty Knight this turn, and then I can play Khazar and Nidavellir on turn 4, which is always happening. So this turn it's either Misty Knight or Wolfsbane. And on turn 5, I'm always playing the Tiger on Wakandan Embassy. So the question becomes, do I think that I'm going to draw Odin? Because if I'm not drawing Odin, I should save the Wolfsbane. I should play the Misty Knight. This is currently 7 additional power plus the Nidavellir buff, but I don't want to count that because it's symmetrical. They'll get the buff too. And this is going to be 5. So this is only 2 less power. Honestly, it's fine to just play it. And it looks like they're going to be blowing up their Nidavellir, which makes it a little bit more difficult. We did draw the Odin, so unfortunately we're never going to touch the Wolfsbane. We lost 2 power. But I think that's okay. And who knows, maybe we only need 1 Tiger to win Death's Domain? They are snapping me. If they blow up right here, I don't believe Sabretooth retains the Nidavellir buff. I think it'll be a 0 mana, 4 power. So I'm okay with them blowing up Nidavellir. There's a very powerful Deathlock. And we are going to win Death's Domain with the White Tiger. There is a chance we play whatever we draw, plus Owatu, plus Wolfsbane on Wakandan Embassy. So I'm not too upset about this play. I am not going to snap, though, because I'm still skeptical about Nidavellir, especially because these guys have 10 power now. Because the Wakandan Embassy buffed the Misty Knight, it's now in range of Shang-Chi, so we just get rolled by a Shang-Chi player. On the bright side, because they played Wave... No, actually, we still just lose to Wakandan Embassy. So, we're relying on winning Nidavellir. Before, I could have played all of this in Wakandan Embassy and just said, screw it, it's enough. Unfortunately, that is no longer possible. The best we can do is just play Odin. Which still loses the Wakandan Embassy, but it does lock down Death's Domain pretty well. They're only getting one card. I believe that card they're going to play... They've destroyed 2 cards, so Death actually still costs too much. They can't play Death plus something else. Actually, they can. Death will cost 2, now that I think about it. So I believe they're going to play Death in Nidavellir, and then they just win the game. I should probably retreat, but I feel like they would have insta-locked in. It's too late at this point. Not that it's too late to retreat, but that if they had Death +1 in Nidavellir, they would have played it immediately. They do have Death +1. The +1 is Magneto, and that wins. So they just win both. Okay. Makes sense. Wave Death is a very powerful pool 3 deck, though. I'm okay with losing that. Especially when we're playing Khazar variant. And it feels good to know that even if we had played the Wolfsbane in Nidavellir, we would have still lost it. The 2 power would not have mattered. We did get to play Khazar that game, so that is an additional 4-drop played. You love to see it. Oh, it looks like Parts is gonna not connect and then donate us a free cube. Nope, never mind. You just connect late. Okay, because I have the Ironheart, I'm actually... Ooh, I have Ironheart on 2? Never mind. I'm now re-incentivized to play Squirrel Girl. Because the Tinker's Workshop is going to mean I play Ironheart next turn, and so getting a 3-buff Ironheart on turn 2 feels amazing. I don't want to do it in Asgard, because that is where I want to play whatever else I buff with Odin. What was this again? Nidavellir? So we're going to fill up on the right. Really unfortunate to see Wave here. That's very bad for us. Neither of us can play cards, though, so I guess it's really good for me. Because he can't play either. And I think I'm better with passing turn 3 than he is. Yeah, Death on turn 6 is pretty common. Anyhow, I am going to play the Nightcrawler here. And then fill up... Actually, we'll play everything left here into Asgard. Because we can move the Nightcrawler out if we want to move a Tiger in there. And that'll help us draw the 2 cards to guarantee we hit Odin. Oh, just kidding. Jubilee Chavez. We can surprise gain 4 power on the final turn in Asgard, so I kind of want to leave that till later, because he doesn't know. Like, to him, this looks like we're tapped out for Asgard power. Best this could be is the same as Khazar, so I might as well leave Khazar there. So we can actually just move the Nightcrawler out. Or we can leave the Nightcrawler here if we think he's moving Vision, or we can move it if we think he's staying. I think he's moving Vision, so I'm going to leave the Nightcrawler because this surprise wins left with Khazar. It's a very uncommon play. He doesn't move the Vision, and he's going to win mid with more than 10 power. It's unfortunate, but we weren't going to win mid even if we had done it. He's got the Sif Ghost Rider combo. Let's Quite unfortunate. Not something we can beat with this deck. As is, if we had the Yondu and the Cable, we can see some more of their cards and know what the odds are that they have that combo. But it is what it is. It's very common. It's part of having none of the unlocks. Once we hit Yondu, Cable, Mantis, Scarlet Witch, we're gonna be looking a lot better for that unlock. Yep, Sif Ghost Rider turn 6. It's very common. We need to play Khazar 3 more times we can get rid of him. We are getting at least 3, I think 4, possibly 5 cards today in the next 40 minutes of our pool ones, so hoping for one of them. We did discard our Ironheart, but at least they lost their Sarah. That's terrifying to see. So this looks like a legit Swarm deck with Sarah version, which is extremely powerful. I have the Tiger and the Odin, so I'm not really incentivized to play into these lanes. I have ways to get into the Sanctum, although with Dream Dimension, I'm now a lot more incentivized to play because I will not be able to play Tiger this game. In fact, at this point, if they snap at all, I'm 100% retreating. Because we've lost our Ironheart, and we can't play our Tiger. Which means our deck is significantly weaker than it normally is. And it appears they're playing a powerful pool 3 deck with the Sarah. Yep, that's going to do it for me. I'm just going to retreat and save time. There's no way that we win this after seeing Nakia. Once they hit those buffs, it's impossible for us to win. So just retreat, lose your 1 cube, save yourself some time. You don't have to wait. You know that you're going to lose, so don't wait for them to snap you or wait for turn 6. There was no world that they retreated. They weren't going to get cold feet after seeing us discard our Ironheart and then play what we played. I guess there was a case to be made for staying in so that we could play Khazar for the quest. Oh, looks like we crashed again. Let's go ahead and reload in. There's a case to be made that we should have stayed in just to play Khazar for the quest and the Star-Lord for the other quest. But we'll get around to finishing those either way. And by retreating, we save ourselves a little bit of time. I don't know if we make it back in to save this cube. Here's hoping. We did make it back in time. Oh, we have a Watu as well. Adelan and Kamartaj. Oh, it's Kamartaj game, so I'm going to snap turn 1. And I'm not going to play a Watu. I'm going to play Nightcrawler on the right, because that is a very common play. And then we'll play a Watu on turn 2. Oh. They hit our Squirrel Girl for us. That's really good. We didn't want to draw that. We're hoping to find our Ironheart. Although we're not really hoping to find it right away. But not being able to draw Squirrel Girl is really good. This would be insane if Adelan wasn't about to ruin it for us. Anything we draw, we can play here. Fortunately, Ant-Man is not what I was looking forward to. I was really hoping for Wolfsbane or Ironheart. It's okay, we'll get it on turn 4. Wolfsbane it is. We're going to play Wolfsbane instead of Khazar because we want to win this one. We hit Kamartaj, which is like the best our deck can perform. So we're really just hoping to win Kamartaj. We're up against the bot. You can tell because they played Medusa on the left. Although maybe this is a real player, because bots generally have like a themed deck, and they're playing Lady Sif Apocalypse with Medusa and Yondu, and it's a very human play. Anyhow, we're going to play the Tiger here, send 2 Tigers over. Then we'll send 2 more Tigers over, and I think that's winning. Yep, they're going to retreat. We're only going to gain 2 cubes for it, but what can you do? It wasn't winning if we waited, so did finish up some of our missions. That's going to allow us to get at least one card. Here's hoping for Yondu. I think that's the best of the cards we're looking for. But I will accept any of them at this point. 400 credits. It's going to get us 8 unlock. It's going to be a lot, actually. It is not efficient to just upgrade every card that you can. However, we are booster starved in this series, and it is going to make it extremely long if we don't use the cards that... Oh, we got Chavez. That's actually pretty solid. I don't know about solid for this deck, but very solid in general. We might switch to a Chavez deck somewhere in the middle. She adds consistency because you can't draw her before turn 6, meaning that you're playing with an 11 card deck until turn 6. There's some combos you can do with that, but at the very least, your deck is effectively an 11 card deck, which makes you extremely consistent. And that's what you're looking for a low level deck, at least early on. Here's one more. And come on, Yondu. Hey, Rocket Racoon, you know, it's not Yondu, but it's actually pretty good for our deck. It is definitely going to beat out... who do you think it beats out? Is it Nova or is it Misty Knight? I'm starting to think Misty Knight is better than Nova. I don't know, though. Misty Knight's better in very specific circumstances, I guess. Nova's better in others. I think Nova is better in a few more circumstances, where Misty Knight's only better in DC. Okay, but we're looking at another 250 credits to go. It's going to be 3 season pass, or three not season pass levels, but collection level. We'll get one more card today, maybe 2 if we actually upgrade the Nightcrawler as well. Oh, free Nova. That's scary. Sakaar is not usually beneficial to us. Yep. They got Iron Man. Nothing we can do about it. I'm going to try and play Wolfsbane on the right. I'm hoping that that's where we want to play it. It's nice to be able to do it in the Nightcrawler lane because you can get an extra buff. That's pretty unfortunate to see. Sinister London's really good for us, but we didn't play the Nightcrawler there. So the double Wolfsbane is a little harder to do. And since they didn't play into the Star-Lord, that's also a lot worse for us. Okay. Ant-Mans are at least, or what, 6 power here? So I think 6 power is about the best we can expect for a card. Although, with Wolfsbane and Khazar, maybe not. Maybe we can do better than that. So it's conceivable I should just play it here. I definitely need to play it. The question is whether we do it on Sinister London or not. I guess we just play... The Wolfsbane can be better, and the Khazar needs to be doubled for it to be 6 power. So... I don't believe we win these. They're playing an Okoye deck. They have Iron Man for free. It's just... As soon as they snap, I don't want to play it out. There is a chance, but... We need too many things to go our way. We don't have more than a 25% chance to win. This is the same guy, Kabah, so we know they're playing Iron Man. They have Okoye. Because our stuff costs 0, we can actually wait. So that's what I'm going to do. Because we can play it all on the same turn we play Ironheart. They hit Okoye turn 1, so that's kind of scary. Elysium, not so bueno for our deck, as it turns out. But I think we can use it to our advantage. Because our deck costs so little, we can actually just completely pass our turns, wait for them to show us what they're going to do, and then we can hard commit on turn 5. So I'm going to play the Tiger on turn 4, and then we'll play everything on turn 5, based on where the Tiger goes. And I think, because the Tiger lane is actually pretty weak, I'm going to commit to Nidavellir as my Odin lane. And we still haven't drawn Odin, so that is kind of sus. But here's hoping we hit it. They did Crystal for new cards. Okay. So the most power we can get, what do we want to hit with our Ironheart? I'm leaning towards Nightcrawler is what I would like to hit. I want the Tiger to go mid. We are trying to win mid with it, so I'm going to do something like this. Actually, I also would like the Nightcrawler to get buffed because I want to play Wolfsbane here with full power, and then I can move it out if we get the dude. And then I think that this is the best way we can do it. Oh. We are not going to be able to get Odin off. Fortunately, we did fill up on Nidavellir before the Spider-Man was played. And Iron Man was played mid, so I am a little bit happier that I committed left here. Okay. Squirrel Girl is going to be 3 less power than Nightcrawler and Nidavellir, and they already have 28. So I'm pretty sure we always lose, because they only need to do the slightest amount of power here. As long as they're playing 2 cards in Nidavellir, they just have to put 6 power down. And they are negative as well. So, it's very cheap to play their cards in hand, and they have very large amounts of power. I'm afraid of Blue Marvel, but that actually doesn't win for him. So what does he play with Mr. Negative here? I actually don't know. Am I gonna play Multiverses Aura? I don't know what that is. You were here for the last stream on Sunday. It is now Thursday. I have not had any kind of updates on the game since then, so I'm not certain. Really hoping we can get rid of Khazar soon. We only need to play it 3 more times. But this is how the early free-to-play goes. Until we hit the cards that we need, we're just sitting ducks at the ranks versus PvP. As we said before, we're going to play the Squirrel Girl in the not Washington, D.C., because sometimes you get the Squirrel to be a 4-power Squirrel. So, slightly better to play at Murder World. There's something to be said for them playing Rocket Raccoon or Mantis, and you trying to mind game the turn 1. Because if they're playing Raccoon or Mantis, oftentimes they play it on the left. WB fighting game, the one Shaggy from Scooby-Doo goes Ultra Instinct. I have never seen or heard of it. Which I understand is kind of Pepega, but I don't know. I don't play a ton of games, although I would like to. You know, if people are interested in it, I'm down. Sounds like it would be pretty fun. Why am I playing into Murder World? What did I just do? I'm retreating. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at chat. I looked up and saw Murder World and went, wait a second. It's okay. It's just 1 cube. Yeah, if people are interested in watching, we can do something like that. You know, we did the games with viewers thing, which ended up being us and Talkwin that one time. And that was really fun, so I'm down for more stuff like that. Knockin seems like a human, so hopefully they're playing middle here. They're not playing a turn 1 at all. It's unfortunate. I don't want to play a Watu because it reveals that, like, I didn't play on the right, which can or cannot be important. Yeah, I'm going to kind of fill up Mojo World so that we're ready to play in Atlantis. Actually, it looks like I'm just going to play the Wolfsbane, and then we'll move stuff out with New York to play the Odin if we decide we want to play Odin there. Oh, that's kind of scary. A Patriot deck can be very powerful. Looks like we're losing Mojo World, but because we can move some stuff out and play Odin later, it's a lot of surprise power. I'm gonna play the Ant-Man because we know we're gonna fill it up, and then I can Nightcrawler and Atlantis. And if we move something, we play something in Atlantis, we lose the Atlantis buff, but we can move something out and kind of surprise them. Where we can put something else in there and then move the Nightcrawler and get some surprise power in Atlantis. We are looking really horrible for our chances to win, to be honest. I'm not liking them. Let's play the Star-Lord. If they play something here, maybe we can get a 10 power Atlantis. If they don't, best we're going to do is 7. We got magicked. Okay. I'm really glad they didn't snap us, because I don't think we can ever win this. Although that does help a ton. So we can move this, we can move this, we play the White Tiger, and the next turn we play Odin. He hasn't snapped us yet, so there is a chance. Okay. He has 3 cards left in the deck. If we play Odin, we go up to 18 plus 6 is 24. Which he can't win mid, is the thing. If we're playing Odin here. And he loses so much power. If we do this, the Tiger has to go right. So we gain 5 power right. We'll be at 16. And he's at 7. So he has to gain 9. Okay, that's not good enough. We need to win the 50-50. Additionally, if the Tiger goes left, that is another 10 power left. So, actually, if we do it this way, we're winning New York and Atlantis. He has to win both. And I think that's better, so I'm going to snap. Now I think about it, because of the Ant-Man buff, this is going to put us up to 10 power in New York. And this will put us at 16 in Atlantis. So he needs to gain, and because he's losing mid, he needs to win both. Just kidding. We get absolutely fucking wrecked. Tiger hopefully goes right. Actually, we win tiebreaker. It doesn't matter where the Tiger goes. If it goes left, we tie, and then we win on total power. If it goes right, we win on 2 lanes. I'm okay with getting Killmongered there. Hey, Omar, welcome back. We're doing pretty good. We're working on our free-to-play climb. Get wrecked by Killmonger and then still win. We're just finishing up all the dailies we can in today's episode, getting a bit more collection level. We need to play Khazar 3 more times. And then we will call it another day for the free-to-play, and we'll go back to our main account. We do have a couple pool 3 card openings ready and waiting. We hit DC, Murder World, and the Vault. You just pulled Lockjaw 5 minutes ago. You also got Crossbones and a pixel art for the Racoon. That's pretty cool. Yondu hit our... Ooh. That's no bueno. So we don't have an Iron Heart. We don't have to play Nova plus Ant-Man anymore. So I'm kind of okay with just playing into DC. And then we just throw the Nova away next turn into Murder World. You also drew Quake and Cerebro, but you don't think they're any good? Good morning, Turns. I think they're actually better than you're thinking. Because we can't play in the Vault on turn 6, I should have thought of that when I was putting stuff left. It's fine. We're just going to commit to Murder World instead. I'm going to do something like this. Nova's going to blow up. It'll give us some extra power in DC. We don't care about getting waved because we played out early. I think they're more likely to play in the Vault than they are to play in Murder World, so I'm going to commit to Murder World because it is better for me. And I can just give up the Vault. Don't really care that my Wolf's Bane got dragged. It's not that important to me. Might as well just play the Squirrel Girl on the off chance I draw Odin, which I suppose means I should play it mid, so that if I draw Odin, I can move the Nightcrawler and then Odin the Squirrel. It's reasonable to move the Nightcrawler early, because the Squirrel is the same power as the Nightcrawler. But the flexibility of being able to move the Nightcrawler out can sneak a win in if they commit hard to DC here. Oh. We're drawing a Widow's Bite, and they have... So if I do this, I lose 4 power. We're down to 13 in DC. But we actually go up to 11 in Murder World. This beats Chavez as long as they don't Chavez DC. So it's like a 50-50. And like I always say in my videos, you're never retreating on a 50-50. And I think they're playing Chavez. So if they're playing Chavez, it depends on where they played it. If they played it left, unlucky. It's Magneto. We were losing to Magneto no matter what. So I'm okay with that. It's a very interesting deck. Magneto Polaris. We would have had a little bit more information if we had our Yondu Mantis Cable combo. The reason those cards are so good is because they provide so much information, and the information is what you can use to know your win chances. They're definitely not great in the early game. We are pretty committed turn 3, 4, and 5, so just play into getting our board out. Hopefully that hits the Wolfsbane. Yep, that works. This is still turn 3, 4, 5. That was part of the plan anyways. Just means we can't play a 1-drop with this. Hey, Nightbug, thanks for the follow. GG's. I would love to say I remember. I vaguely remember playing you. I recognize your username because I know we play a lot. But most of the time I'm playing on my phone at work when I'm not streaming. And that's why I don't stream for those games. So... unfortunately, I don't have the best memory of it. We did get hit by Nakia. That's pretty scary. Thanks for the follow, Turns. I'm not confident we can beat Nakia. It's possible that we should just forfeit here and leave. But because they haven't snapped yet, there is a small chance we still win. You got hit with a double Thor, triple hammer, one with Odin, got 2 Thors, 24. Ugh. It's a pretty crazy Thor game. I think even in that situation, Thor's pretty bad though, so... that sounds like a lot of commitment for 24 power. Alright. They lost their Hell Cow. That's actually pretty damn good for me. So we're going to play the Tiger, and here's hoping for Odin, because Odin actually carries us if the Tiger goes mid. And if the Tiger goes right here, maybe we just hard commit right. They have snapped us. They only have one buffed card left, right? Because the Nakia only buffed 3. And they oh, it's Swarm. So they're playing face up on turn 6. It's 2 Swarms in hand for 5 power, and then a 10 power Chavez, which they're gonna play the Chavez probably in Sokovia. So they're gonna be at 21 plus 6 for the strong guy, so 27 here. Odin is gonna bring me to 18 plus 6 is 24, and if 2 of the Ironheart buffs hit, then it's good enough to win. We are going to win mid, pretty much no matter what. Unless all 3 Ironheart buffs go mid and he plays Chavez, which is possible. We are playing face up, so Ironheart buffs can hit 6 targets. We're getting 3 buffs. 3 are on the left, 3 are on the right. It's about 50-50 for the Ironheart buffs to hit 2 on the left or 2 on the right. And we do need 2 on the left to beat Chavez. That being said, because it's a 50-50, I am fairly confident, and I think it's slightly better than 50-50, so I'm going to snap him. Having done the math. Yep, that's fine. We know we're losing Nidavellir. I'm not trying to win that. I'm pretty confident we win Sokovia if the Ironheart buffs hit. We did hit 2 buffs, and the Wolfsbane's going to take us to 28. And then the Tiger doesn't really matter. I forgot that he could move the Nightcrawler, though. If he just full committed to Wakandan Embassy, then we actually would have lost. If he played the 2 Swarms there. Actually, we would have won with the Tiger. Never mind. Yep. Darker Sun doesn't believe me, but we did the math. That's why we snap. Hey, Captain Pixel, welcome back. That right there is why I say you never FF on a 50-50. We needed 2 Ironheart buffs, but it was still 50-50. In the event that we forfeit, we always lose 2 cubes, so we're risking 6 to win 8. Which means that if that happens over 10 games, we're going up 20 cubes, losing 5 of them and winning 5. Versus just losing 20 cubes straight up for retreating 10 times. Anyhow, oh, we hit a Watu on turn 1. This is the best time for a Watu. We can hard commit to the Sanctum. That's really good for us. I'm going to play the Racoon, even though I don't think they're playing Into the Unknown. Because I don't want to play a Watu and let them know that they should be playing in here. Am I using the new account? Yes, I'm using the free-to-play account. This is Ahuiho free-to-play, free-to-pool 1. It's pool 1 to infinite. We will be going back to our main rather shortly, but we're attempting to hit infinite with only pool 1 cards from a brand new account, so the MMR isn't too high. We're not going to be facing like a ton of bots, like not from our MMR being high. We're going to be facing the bots early, obviously, but now that we're in the 40s, we're up against people. An argument could be made that I should play Squirrel Girl in mid or on Kunlun because I might want it Odin. I shouldn't play it in the Sanctum, but we have pretty much locked down the Sanctum here. It's kind of unfortunate that we have the Tiger possibly going into Sanctum, but what can you do? I think Ironheart is a little bit less valuable because the Tiger or the buffs are going to go into Sanctum because we have 3 cards there and we already won it. So I might not Odin mid, I might just Odin left. Then again, if that's the plan, what if I do something like this, and then I Tiger left or mid and play Odin? That's interesting. Odin left wins pretty often now. Next season, do it with just starter cards. I don't think it's possible with just starter cards. I'm not even confident I can hit infinite with, oh, they're retreating off this. That's interesting. I wonder what they had in hand. I'm not even confident we can hit infinite with pool 1, if we're being completely honest here. I was very confident before the Nova Carnage nerfs. Even though I didn't have Nova Carnage when I did it. On my main account when we were first going up, we made it to rank 80 before we unlocked Nova. So I was pretty confident we could do it again. Unfortunately, so many people are in pool 3 now. It is a lot harder than it was the first time around. We hit Ironheart, so we really have to start hard committing. We're hoping to draw Squirrel Girl so we can get a full amount of buffs, but nope, we made it into Death's Domain. Unfortunately, they did as well with that Sunspot. It's very bad for us. Starlight Citadel, though, means that they're not going to have made it in. So we need to start hard committing. So we're committed to all 3 locations now. You're really pulling for me to make it through with pool 1 to give free-to-play hope? Well, here's the thing, Turns. I guarantee, like, no question, it's not even, like, a thought in my mind that I might miss if we include pool 2 cards. And pool 2 cards are, like, the first month of play. You will be finished with pool 2 and starting your pool 3 within 4 weeks of starting the game. So I'm extremely confident that we're gonna win. We're gonna be able to do it with pool 2, which is still free to play. Like, I shouldn't even say extremely confident. I'm 100% confident. I don't think it's possible to fail. All right, and we did win this, so we're gonna snap and play Odin. We're gonna get Impinated here and then Cry, but if our Ironheart hits, we still get 18 power. So Odin's gonna give 14 power with the Wolfsbane, so we'll be at 18. So if Ironheart hits even 1 buff left, it's still a 50-50. 2 buffs beats Infinite. So he passed turn 5, we're respecting Infinite, but I think even in that situation we win. He played Cosmo. That's interesting. We still win on total power. So we Cosmoed our Odin, but it was the final turn, so it doesn't matter. Victory. Free 8 cubes. Thanks, Dot. Appreciate it. It's funny, if they had Cosmoed on turn 5, I would have retreated, but because they did it turn 6, easy win. Alright, we are 2 collection level away from another card. We haven't drawn Khazar in a while. It's pretty unfortunate. Khazar and Starlord are the cards we need to do our quest. Awatu turn 1 is very helpful. Not extremely, but it is enough to like, you know, not play Squirrel Girl. It's better than Quicksilver. You're already going to draw 1-drop with this deck, so you're hoping to not draw Quicksilver. You want to get one of your better 1-drops. With 6 in the deck, you're extremely likely. If they played Squirrel Girl, they're about to be sad when they see this Superflow. Honestly, though, I'm probably going to end up playing Squirrel Girl next turn anyways. We're going to Squirrel and then Ironheart. Although maybe not, you know? Maybe we just play the, whatever we draw. Because if we draw something, we don't have to turn off Superflow. And I actually don't want a Squirrel in my Wolfsbane lane. Ooh. Unlucky. That's what I want to see. So we do this, we play the Wolfsbane, we play the Tiger. If we draw Tiger, we play Tiger instead. That'll be awesome. We can get a huge Wolfsbane. They are committing to a very weak Mojo world. Although it appears, yep, they have Nova as well, so it's going to be about as strong as mine. Fortunately, hopefully double Ironheart buffs are enough. We haven't drawn Odin yet, so we don't even know that we're getting double Ironheart buffs, to be fair. I think Khazar is good enough. Yeah, this is definitely worth just playing out.
I am Iron
Man. I am very scared of Electra now. Because we drew the Odin, I'm more incentivized to be okay with playing Squirrel Girl plus Wolfsbane here. The squirrel is 4 power in Mojo World. So I might as well not move the Nightcrawler early. I could move the Nightcrawler out, but I think 4 power is enough. Is Nova just due to a lack of other good pool 1-drops? Pool 1/1-drops, or is this protection against Killmonger? Nope, it's exactly what you said. There's not other good pool 1/1-drops that we have access to currently. There are a ton, actually. We've just missed all of them. We just got Rocket Racoon, actually. I forgot to update the deck. We did pull Misty Knight out for Rocket Racoon. But there are so many good pool 1/1-drops, and we just missed them. I'm pretty sure I'm getting Electrode here, but it's not 100%. Scarlet Witch is pool 1. Electra is pool 1. Yondu is pool 1. Mantis is pool 1. We're looking for all 4 of those. And Cable. So, Squirrel Girl, Racoon, Nova, Owatu, all of it's that. It's interesting that they retreat here. Their odds are decent. They just need to win Kunlun, and they already won mid. So, I don't know that I agree with retreating. It's possible that they're watching the stream and they're like, oh, I can't beat Odin. But, hope that's not the case. We really do need to pick up the pace on finishing our quests. Oh, Paglioxy. This guy's a viewer often. I think he's actually streaming on his own right now, is he? He is. So, let's see if he can beat our free-to-play pool 1 deck. If I can connect in time, because we crashed. Come on. Reconnect. Let's get just destroyed by a pool 3 player. Oh, well, I guess we're not playing against them. The game really doesn't want us to beat them. Oh, there we go. Oh, Crimson Cosmos. That is extremely bad for us. Nightcrawler is going to be our in. That's how we get into Crimson Cosmos. That plus Khazar. Hello. Sorry it took so long to connect. We are having some issues today. We can actually get into Crimson Cosmos with our Tiger as well, so maybe we're not going to have that much trouble. You want a PC client more than you want any single card? Yeah, I heard that, man. That's interesting you don't get the Mysterio on the left. Ooh, Muir Island. Because we're getting Muir Island buffs, I'm actually okay with playing that before the Wolfsbane. We haven't drawn Wolfsbane, Ironheart, Iron Tiger, or White Tiger yet, so I'm okay with it. We're still only playing 1 card next turn, unless we'd drawn a 1-drop, so I'm still fine with this as well. Yep, totally okay. We just slam Ironheart. Next turn we play, hopefully, a Tiger instead of Wolfsbane, but if we miss, we miss. I would love a PC client. Baldwin. Okay, we're definitely losing the right now. Now the goal is just to win Mojo World and Crimson Cosmos, which I don't know is possible. Yeah, he's playing Wave Iron Man. We're not going to stay into that. We're losing the right. We're losing the left. It's just, it doesn't look good for our heroes. Muir Island with Iron Man is just absurd. He's getting +8 per turn. We're getting +4 if we have 4 cards in there. It's just too much. I don't know what he had, though. Yo, GG's Paglioxy. What did you have there? Were you did you actually have an in? Are you playing Chavez in that deck? I assume because you played Wave that you were just going to have a better Crimson Cosmos than me. And Iron Man on Muir Island is unbeatable with my deck. We're still doing the pool 1 to infinite, so Little stacked. You had Sith Ghost Rider. Yep. So you actually weren't gonna make it into Crimson Cosmos, but you were gonna win Mojo World. So I guess it didn't matter. It's crazy. Benjamin Grimm donating us a cube, giving back the one Poglioxy just took from us. But we are running a little bit long on our it's Morbin time on our free-to-play episode, but I'd very much like to finish our quests before we call it on the free-to-play today. They're most likely playing into Kiln, so I'm okay with just playing Star-Lord here. Although, because we drew another 1-drop, we can do this, and then we Ironheart, Rocket Raccoons like Star-Lord. We just get a little bit worse buff. It's like a better Star-Lord. It's a 1 mana instead of 2. You love to see it. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sure. Ego got him. Alright. You guys remember the 14-hour stream waiting for Ego? Darn, Ego could have committed suicide and didn't. Sag. Please play into the Kiln. Yeah, I mean, why not? Filling our board is way better. Honestly, if we hit Tiger, this is actually fine. We have to retreat because they won the Kiln and we drew a rock. The only way we win here is if we draw Tiger. Ego's gonna full move into New York because if they can move, they do. Although maybe I guess they could have pulled out a Kiln. That was a possibility. Maybe I should have stayed in because Ego's gonna make a bad move with New York. And it couldn't for me since he filled up New York. Alright. We dodged Murder World. Oh. Yo, we got me. Big house, and then something else. I think Squirrel Girl on the left is ideal because sometimes this is DC. We are kind of clunking up what would be my Odin lane, so this could have been a mistake, actually. Playing the Ant-Man on the right. Looks like it wasn't. We hit Miniaturized Lab. I think it was definitely a mistake. We just didn't get punished for it. I should have played Nova into Murder World. I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh, I didn't. I didn't end my turn. We failed to end turn, so we can fix it. Hey Rico, welcome back. Probably a dumb question, but will I include pool 2 cards when I get there? I'm not sure if your goal is infinite with just pool 1 or infinite free to play. The goal is infinite with just pool 1. However, you're damn straight I will absolutely include pool 2 cards if I can't do that. Now, I think that I can. I definitely was possible for season 1 for the wave season. Because I hit rank 80 without any pool 2 cards, without even Nova, but when Nova was still OP. So it's 100% possible, or at least it was. I'm not as confident anymore that it's 100% possible in what is it, season, you know, in this season where people have all these pool 3 cards, because they didn't all have pool 3 before. The decks are a bit more refined. So Wolfsbane brings us to 18 in the big house. It pretty much locks it down, but I'm not sure we would miniaturize lab if I do this. I guess we just play Odin in the lab for 12 power. They can't play anything until then either, so we just want to win big house. Maybe that's the play. Oh, Nightcrawler actually wins us the big lab, or the miniaturized lab. As long as we win the big house, we're fine here. Nightcrawler's enough to guarantee us winning because we actually fill up. That's an additional 5 power on top of what we thought we already had. So it was going to be a tie, and then we lost the tiebreaker, but Nightcrawler saving the day. It's a great draw. Actually, we would have tied if it was any card that we could play. So maybe not. Anything but Tiger was winning. Maybe I should put Carnage in here instead of Misty Knight, not to kill Nova, but to clean up the mess sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. If I had Carnage, I don't think I have. We also don't have Misty Knight in anymore. I definitely should have updated that a while ago. We do not have Carnage or any kind of destruction. I would put it in and consider cleaning up messes. Yeah. But it wouldn't be over a 1-drop. I think the ideal for this deck is 6 1-drops. You want to very consistently have 3 1-drops out on turn 3 so that you can Ironheart on turn 3 for the +6. Because that is the unfair thing about this deck. That's where the deck's power comes from. We need to play 1 more 2-drop and 1 more 4-drop. So Khazar 1 time, Star-Lord 1 time, and then we can cut Khazar. We can get our final unlock for the day. Love to see it. Your pool 3 cards: Mystique, Crystal, Cerebro, Quake, Crossbones, Lockjaw. Can you use them somehow? Yeah, I mean, you can use all of them. Cerebro Mystique is actually a legit deck. Also, very insane that you hit Mystique and Lockjaw. That's pretty thought. Some of those are insane. Crystal, Quake, not so great. Crossbones is definitely usable. He's not a horrible card. I guess we'll just play Star-Lord and hope they play a Nidavellir. Mystique was your first too? Oh, such a great card. You achieve that results with 1 1-drop in Mr. Sinister. It's 3 targets in total. Yep, Mr. Sinister is a great 2-drop for this deck, but it's still ideal to have 3 things. You don't get what Cerebro buffs, how many cards he buffs. He just buffs your highest power card, so you play Cerebro with every card in the deck having the same total power. So you play Cerebro plus Mystique, and then your highest power in your deck is 3 power, and all your cards give 3 power. And then all of a sudden, Cerebro Mystique makes them 7 drops. They're 7 power cards. Because we're going to play Khazar and White Tiger in the Crimson Cosmos, I'm incentivized to play Wolfsbane now. I don't want to wait. Because I'm already locking up turn 4 and 5, and if I draw Odin, I've locked up turn 6 too. We were hit by the Nakia. We did draw Odin, so yeah, this is just our life now. If they snap us, even with best draw, I think I'm likely to retreat. We did hit Star-Lord and Khazar, so if they snap us right now, I'll stay in because I want to play Khazar for the quest. But if they snapped us a turn after Khazar, I would have retreated. We are giving up that cube, essentially, in order to complete our quests because we are running a little bit long on our free-to-play today. You seriously think that Cerebro may be a new meta after the Valkyrie will be released? I don't know what the Valkyrie is, but I could see it. I could definitely believe it. Cerebro is very powerful. Here's hoping the Tiger goes left. Nice. So if we play Odin, we can 50-50 a Tiger into Nidavellir, which would give us 4 power, and they move Nightcrawler out and play Swarm. Was the Swarm buffed? Did anybody see? Nightcrawler's also a 3 power card right now. Ant-Man is 5, so this is just playing 2 strength more. I don't think that's enough. We could do this and then play Odin here, and I think that's enough. Because that's an additional 5 plus 6, so 11 power. I think this actually wins. And then we put 9 in mid and we just lose to we lose to the Chavez in mid that they always have. So this is worse. So if they're moving Nightcrawler, we have to win the 50-50. I don't remember if their Swarm was buffed. If I knew that the Swarm was buffed, I'd retreat here. Because it's going to be Swarm. And it's going to be Chavez mid. It could even be Swarm in Nidavellir, now that I think about it. In fact, that's a retreat. If it's Chavez and there's Swarm in on the right, and then Chavez in Nidavellir. In the world where it's Chavez and Nidavellir, I think we always lose, so not worth. There are 1-drops with 3 power. Blade is one of them. 0 is one of them. Yep, turns at it. That is going to finish up our mission, so we're going to do our upgrades real quick, see our new cards, and then that will call it for this episode of the free-to-play. Let's upgrade what we can, go to quality. And then Nightcrawler is insane. I do want to upgrade Ant-Man because I don't like it showing up that I can upgrade both Ant-Mans. Unfortunately, we don't have enough to do either. We have to upgrade a rare because we only have 200 credits. So, you know what? I think we'll save these credits for the next episode. We could unlock another card right now, but since we'll only be able to unlock one, we're just going to save it for next episode. That'll do it for this episode of the free-to-play Pool 1 to Infinite. We did actually climb a little bit, even without Kamar-Taj, even with our deck right now, so it is making me a little bit more confident. We absolutely can make it. Even with the deck not in its prime condition, we're still climbing. Slowly, but we're climbing. So, if you guys are enjoying the series, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. And hopefully come back for the next episode. Thanks so much for watching.